Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Owen, and welcome to Panhandle Projects. Today we're going to be starting a series on 1974 Honda CB360. Picked this guy up a little over a year ago. It did run, not well, it did run. Previous owner, we started doing some stuff on it, cafe racer wise. Not real sure what he was going for exactly, but we'll take a walk around and see what we got. Like I said in the open, it's a 1974 CB360. It's a base model, as we can tell by come around here, take a look. We got drum brakes on the front. In 74, I'm not sure if they did the 360T in 74 with the disc brakes or not, but I know in 75, 76 they did drums or discs. On the 360T they did the discs, so we'll see. Maybe down the line we might do a disc conversion. But moving down here, you can see the bike's pretty clean. Not a whole lot of rust on anything. It's no pitting or anything. Forks are pretty good shape. Even the drums are in pretty good shape. So this is pretty well taken care of bike. I forget how many miles. 9,100 miles on it. So pretty good. We do have a little bit of. I was really hoping to salvage these gauges, but as you can see, there's a kind of chewed up section there and a little bit of rust on the inside. Maybe we'll see if we can figure those out, but yeah. So starting at the top here, we've got the previous owner put some aftermarket bars on there, sort of the just a straight bar, kind of a bobber style bar really, but they look pretty good for this bike. Maybe a little too wide for the bike, but being a smaller displacement bike. Not sure if these are original grips or not, but these things are hard as rocks, and man, I'll tell you what, they are like razor blades on your hands right now. Moving down the tank here, obviously I'm pretty sure this should be the original tank. It looks like the original tank. It's in pretty good shape. There's a little ding in it right there. We could probably get out no problem. A little area right here. There is a little bit of gas in it. Right now I just kept it in there, kind of keep it from rusting, but there's a little chip in the metal there. It could just be paint. Looks like it might be a lot of layers of paint actually. But the tank itself, unfortunately, it's really hard to open. Here we go. So yeah, the tank is it looks to be in pretty good shape for the most part. Somebody tried to do a line job on the inside, obviously with some I don't know what that is, some beige type of sealant on the inside. We'll probably have to get that out of there, but it doesn't look rusted or anything. I'll throw the borescope down there at some point and see exactly how bad it is, but I think it's probably okay for now. But overall, the tank's in pretty good shape. Does have both side covers, which these days it's pretty rare on something that's this old. Looks like they were painted to match whatever the gas tank color is. Previous owner had started. Let's grab the key real quick. Grab the key and open this seat up. First thing we'll probably do is get rid of this seat. Take it off, make it a little easier. It does not currently have a battery in it, but I've got a battery over there on the tender, all charged up, ready to go. See if this thing starts after a year. Like I said, it ran last year when I picked it up. Didn't run well. It was kickstart only. We'll get into that too. But yeah, so it was kickstart only. It did run. It was a little rough, but he said it was sitting for at least a year at that point. So he was trying to. He said that he was shaving down the seat. Now, I've never done that myself. I guess it could work if you knew what you were doing, but this has been modified to a single exhaust, a 2-in-1 on this side. Now, it's done well. It's not awful. It is mounted properly in the back. The only problem is that it sits a little too low, so your brake actually ends up hitting on the exhaust. So and actually it's a little loose here too. Doesn't look like it's actually snugged in there at all. But you know, you got your brake here. The other problem too, when I was trying to kickstart it, you know, back when I was buying this, is that the Kickstarter itself actually hits the, I may not be able to do it with my hand, but yeah, let's see if I can get it. But if you watch the Kickstarter actually hits down here and doesn't snap back like it should, so it kind of gets in the way, right here. And then it doesn't snap back up. It's getting stuck here. So it's not the greatest exhaust job in the world. So you know, it's kind of a nuisance to have to do that over and over again. I think it gets stuck. It's actually, yeah, you can see it rubbing right there. You can see the bolt that holds the actual Kickstarter on to the motor, to the engine, is rubbing on the, so it doesn't pop back up. So it makes it a real pain in the ass to try and kickstart this thing. Having to, you know, use your foot to pull it back up and then snaps. It's kind of a nuisance. So not done real great. Obviously that's gonna all go. You know, as far as you can see, there's not a whole lot of rust or anything. It's a little dark under here, but a little dirty for sure. You know, I haven't checked the oil in a while. There was some oil in it when I bought it, but let's see. See what we got here. Anything? Oh yeah, good. It's still full. Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, it looks really clear actually. Yeah. It does smell a little bit like gas. I might have had some fuel going down in there from the leaking down from the carbs. I haven't pulled the carbs off or anything. Like I said, I bought this bike and pretty much garaged it. So yeah, that's the bike. We got drum brakes in the back. Yeah, so he was obviously doing some wiring stuff, but I guess the next step is we'll throw that battery in we got over here. A big ass battery too for this old bike. But it's a 12-volt battery, and we'll throw that in and see what we got. Into the ignition. Alright, got a neutral light. That's good. Out of neutral. Alright, let's. We are in neutral. We are in run. And do we have the fuel on? I can't see a petcock. Let's see. Flashlight here. Looks like we are in reserve. Alright, let's turn it on. We do have some gas in there, so we should be good. Alright, let's see what we got. Said I would kickstart it just for cinematic purposes, but it hits on that exhaust and makes it really just a nuisance. Almost. Definitely not as hot as the right one already. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish I still had the dual exhaust so I could see if it's coming out that side. Alright, so we got to run. Well, it is running. It's not staying running now. So let's see. I'm getting enough fuel. Oh, we got choke. Choke wasn't on. Let's see what happens with the choke on. so we're definitely getting some movement on both cylinders. Feeling this might be a fuel issue. But those carbs are probably pretty gunked up. Now we're losing battery. We might be flooding down here. We got a little bit of gas down here. Alright, where are we leaking from? Where are we leaking from here? It does run, it just doesn't stay running. Alright, so we will run, we will not idle. So that means we probably got clogged idle jets in the car because it started right up after it had enough fuel. Alright, so next step. Really the first step. Should be the first step in just about any bike job is pulling the carbs. Alright, well let's start on that. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the carbs back on there. I didn't show any of the carb cleaning, disassembly, anything like that. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube that go through it in way more detail and probably do a better job than I would. Basically just took it apart through the ultrasonic cleaner and got it all back together. Unfortunately like a dummy. So that was yesterday. This is actually a new day. Like a dummy, I left the key in the on position, so the battery was dead. So I've got a little jumper box here. And we're going to see, now that everything's back together, see if we fixed our fueling issue. Let's see. Door. guys, 1974 CB360 base model. Got her up and running. Really just did a carb clean. It's still not running great, but you know, it's up and running. Did some rips around the neighborhood, so you know, it's good to go for now. We're gonna, I think next step will probably just be full disassembly. Just get this thing down to bare bones, bare frame. Probably leave the engine in, the motor in for now. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, next we'll start the next video should be the teardown. So stick with me. These videos hopefully will start to get better. I mean, this is my first experience, so you know, hopefully these videos will get better. I'll get better on camera, and the builds will get better as we go. But stick with me. Thanks.